Yo, what's good, everybody? This is Certified Podcast, episode 1. You know, we out here doing our thing. Is that right, for?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. This is your boy Chris McKnight. We bridging the gap today, right?
Yeah, man.
American to Sweden.
American to Sweden.
Tell you a little bit about myself real quick. Professional basketball player, currently playing here in Borås. And, been playing for about 13 years now. This is my 13th season. You feel me? Yeah, your boy seasoned out this, yeah.
OG, triple OG.
Man, I know this shit feel crazy. But yeah, man, it's good to be out here starting this up right now. You know, me and my man's over here. Let him go ahead and take you through what he is, what he do, man,
Yeah,
who he is.
course,
Go ahead, man. Let the people know
Yeah,
who you
so,
are, cuz.
So my name is Fuad. I'm currently living in Borås. I've been living in Borås my whole life.
Hey, man, wait. I thought you were supposed to be talking Swedish to these people, bro.
Yeah, I will.
Oh, my bad. My bad. I ain't mean no interruptions.
No, it's cool. Yeah. Okej, allihopa. Vi vill välkomna er till våran podcast. Där vi mestadels kommer prata engelska. Men även prata lite svenska så ni kan förstå i vissa sammanhang. Våran podcast kan mestadels handla om olika sätt i Sverige och USA ser på sätten och hur de lever. Yeah, Chris, I was just trying to tell them that we're going to talk about how Sweden sees things and how America sees things, and like we're going to just talk shit about what we feel like.
I mean, for sure. I mean, it's a lot of similarities, you know what I mean? But like, you know, this is how we bridge the gap. Me and you, cuz, certified with it.
Yeah, so everything we say gonna be certified. We're gonna try to not lie.
Well, listen, ain't
I know it's a little bit hard. I know it's a little bit hard for you, Chris.
What? Listen, bro, out of me and you know you don't want to fabricate a lot of shit, you feel me?
I don't know nothing about that.
Of course you don't, man, because you know, that's what liars say. But, you know, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, that's true. So, Chris, let me just start off by welcoming you back to Bros.
Appreciate that, my man.
You've been here for 5 years before you came.
Yeah.
2010 to 2015. And Bros are glad to have you back. I don't know if you heard it before, but Bros definitely glad to have you back.
Man, what? That's all they said the first week I was here.
That's all they said to you?
Bro, I couldn't walk through the grocery store without people stopping me. The funniest thing was there was this group of boys, this group of kids. They ran up on me. You play basketball? Oh man, you know, I was like, yeah, I play for Borås. You know, I was like, y'all should come out to the games. You know, we'll be starting up around September. You know, into September. Yeah, man, we'll come on. And as soon as like I walk away and they just, you know, they doing kid stuff and man, that's LeBron James.
James Harden.
Hey, bro. That was wild too, but man, it's good. The energy's love, man. The energy's really love around here, and I like it.
And the city loves you too. The city loves you.
Yeah, bro.
And we're gonna talk about in further episode. We're gonna talk about how your stay was here, 2010 to 2015,
sure.
Before you left and everything, shit like that.
Yeah,
definitely. So how you like it, Bros? Now is it changed?
Man, like it's crazy. As much as it stayed the same, like it's changed a whole lot. You know what I mean? And it's all for the better though, which is great. It's great to see the evolution of the city. I mean, because it was a little bit smaller, I would say, when I was here before. There wasn't so many like businesses and like restaurants and stuff. But now it's I mean, it looks great. Like everything that they've done to the city, you know, with the paintings on the buildings to, you know, the water fixtures that they got around here, and then, you know, the park in the middle of the city. Like, man, it's on the up. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't like this when I left 7 years ago.
Nah, they done a lot for 7 years ago. Yeah, they done a lot.
But I mean, like you've been living here, you know what I'm saying, your whole life. So like, how has it been for you, like to see the changes, and like what have you experienced with that? Because I mean, for somebody that's lived here, it might be a little different from my perspective since I've been gone, right?
Because you've been gone for 7 years, and I've been here for them 7 years, and since it progressed so slowly, you don't see the changes.
Okay.
So you was here 2015.
Yeah.
You come back 2022, and everything's different. For me, because I remember when we was out, when you was saying, hey, how long has this store been here? It's been here forever. You said, it wasn't here when I was here.
Yeah, bro. I can't even tell you how many times I said that to you when we was walking out.
So you don't see that. You don't see that, like, because you've been there through the progress. You don't see the change like that.
I mean, it's got to be like, I mean, for me, there's more nostalgia, you know what I mean? Because I've been, going and, coming back and seeing certain things that have been here, not been here, whatever. But, I mean, for you, like, you grew up here. So, like, I'm curious as to how it was, like, from when you was younger till now. Because I know that gap is even bigger. But,
That's
I mean, just in the last 7 years, I mean, how would you compare from when, okay, so what, you're 27, right?
Yeah.
So, like, let's say from when you can remember, let's say, like, from 10 to 17, like, in that time, if you remember, like, how was the city then? Because, I mean, it seems like it's completely changed.
Oh, hell yeah. A lot has changed.
Yeah.
From 10 to 17. You mean 10?
Like 10 years old.
10 years old. When I was 10 years old.
When you was 10 years old, yeah.
When I was 10 years old, I was 2005.
Doing karate and shit.
Hey, you remember that? I did taekwondo. Shit. You better calm down.
You still can't fight.
Hey, you better calm down. Oh, yeah. Nah, for real. From 2005 to, would it be 2012?
Yeah, 2005.
Not 2005, I was 10.
So it'd be like 7 years. So yeah, 2012, yeah.
Yeah. So till then, a lot of shit changed. Cause 2005, you didn't have them iPhones and all that. You didn't have all them technology that you have now.
Right.
So I can say I'm like one of the last generation who felt that not technology part of it.
Which is crazy.
Right?
Which is crazy.
It is. Now everything is so technology everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't even know how we would live without
technologically savvy out here. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Like the car don't even open without the phone.
Yeah, shit. Listen, man, we all don't got Teslas, all right? We all not.
I don't know nothing about that.
We all not balling like you, player. You feel me? Like, hey, calm down.
I'm just saying, the technology is taking over. Like I'm wondering what the technology would do to us. You feel me?
I mean, yeah.
How was it for you, like in America, this when you was 10 to 17, like, because that changed a lot.
10 to 17?
Yeah.
So it like, from what I can remember, man, like, it was, obviously technology was coming up, but we were so far behind, I felt like. Because, I mean, in 2005 to 2006, like, I was getting ready to graduate high school, you know what I'm saying? And then by the time 2012 came around, like, I'm out of college. So, and I was in that era where, kind of similar to how you was, but, like, for me, it was, I want to say, like, the evolution of, like, styles and breaking the molds of, like, different, like, music genres and all of that stuff, like, technology, I think, was like a third fiddle to all of that stuff. Like, it was up and coming, but there was only certain places in the States that had some of this, advanced or more advanced technology type stuff. So, I mean, it was dope to see, you know what I mean? But by 2012, shit, I mean, I was out here. So, I mean, first coming out here then compared to coming back here now, like, I mean, when I first came out here in 2000, it was 2011, 10, 11. Yeah, 10, 11, or 11, 10, 11. So when I first came out, man, I remember them taking me to the store, what's it called, Tria? Yeah. They took me over there, phones. Got me a little SIM card with the prepaid, all that shit. I come back out here now, and they're just like, man, look, you don't need a phone, do you? I'm like, nah, like, I got the international plan, so, like,
I got my own phone.
You know what I mean? Like, we doing shit with these phones, like, that now this is my phone from America. Like, I mean, obviously, we knew there was going to be advancements, but who knew it was going to be like this stuff?
Especially when we was that young. We ain't know this is happening. Cause you remember that MP3 you had?
Man, fuck,
like, you had to download the songs, and you had to download whatever you wanted to listen to.
Bro,
you can just go in and listen to the podcast at YouTube or
right.
No podcast like that,
Man, look, you ain't got no app just to dive into and be like, yeah, man, look, we gonna play the podcast off of this, or I'm gonna listen to this song off of this, on repeat on the MP3. When I first had mine, bro, you had to go through all of the tracks to get back to the one. Or
exactly.
You
I had the same one. You had to press through 500 songs to go back to that one, and accidentally you pressed it again and skipped it. You couldn't come back. And you remember how you had to get the songs to the MP3?
Hell yeah.
You had to get the link from YouTube, go to the other site, and go make a video to MP3 and then charge it down.
And then look what we at now. Like Tidal, Spotify. I mean, YouTube, you know,
it's crazy.
YouTube came up crazy too, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like the evolution of this shit is crazy. But like and alongside of that, like Sweden has always been like that technologically savvy country, because even when I first got out here, man, like I'd never seen the chips in the credit in like the debit cards or the credit cards. Like I had never seen that. I was like, man, what is this? Like, what's going on? But it wasn't until like 2 or 3 years later, in Ohio at least, bum ass Ohio. Nah, I'm just playing, man. Shout out to Ohio, everybody over there.
Hey,
love y'all, man.
Don't talk shit about your
Much
own
love.
place. You know they go on.
I know, man. Look, they gonna come at me. Now they gonna come at me.
Mad.
I know. Nah, man. I got mad love for Ohio, yo. But just going.
You don't wanna get the Tiki Torch Whites mad. Like Dave used to say, Tiki Torch White.
We gonna talk about the Tiki Torch motherfuckers, man. Look, they need to be strung up by their ankles. But yeah, man. Like I was saying, like it just took like 2 or 3 years after that is when I actually seen it. Like when my bank, if I remember correctly, like when they changed their credit cards, so it was nuts to see, man. Like it was crazy. But like just like I said, alongside with the evolution and technologically savvy country that Sweden is, man, like it's great to see, you know, the growth.
What's the first thing you saw in Sweden that y'all definitely didn't have in America? That you was like, what? What is it? What is this?
I know that we have them, but like the first time I seen a moose, like I think we was driving.
That shit's so
I
big.
think we was on the bus one time and it was off in the distance, just like out in this field or like in the woods. I mean, you can vaguely see it, but I mean, these motherfuckers are like over 2 meters. You know what I'm saying? Bro, like they're huge.
Big.
Like then this truck. One was bro. Like this one was younger from what I've seen, but like, I mean, look, where I'm from, you don't see moose all the time. You know what I mean? Like, it's not something that you see. Now you go out to like Colorado and all them places, and
You know, I've lived in Sweden my whole life, and it took me, I think, till I got like 23 years old, 22, to see the moose for first time, like ever.
For real?
Yeah.
You was in your 20s when you first seen one?
20s.
That's
so
wild, bro.
I don't know why. That's crazy, because I ain't never seen one in person, you know? Yeah. So this happened at night. I was driving a car. And
were you supposed to be driving the car?
yeah. So I was driving my car. It was night, and that motherfucker just ran up out of nowhere.
He pulled up on you?
Yeah. He ran up in front it's like a stop sign.
How old were you when this happened? 20? You said 22?
22.
Okay. You still wet behind the ears then. You was spooked.
Scared the shit out of me, bro. I'm telling you. You know that scared feeling when your whole body goes cold?
Hell yeah, of course. I mean, everybody's felt that.
And that motherfucker was like a 16-wheeler, bro. If I crashed into that, it would be done. Man, that shit scared the fuck out of me.
It'll be certified with Chris?
Hell no. It's going to be certified with Chris without Fuad. It will be certified Chris with a moose.
Hey, nah, man, that's crazy. But so for me, like one of the similar things, or like similarities and parallels that I can drag from Ohio is like the weather here. You know what I mean? Like, because Ohio's it's very similar. You know what I mean? Like the way that it snows, the way that sometimes it's like the other day. I think last week it rained, the sun came out, and it damn near snowed all in the same day here. It's summer, and it's summertime.
Yeah, that's Sweden for you.
Like ain't nobody trying to do all that, man. Like I don't want to change my damn clothes 3 times, wearing my damn jacket, a tracksuit, and putting on some shorts and a tank top. You feel me? Like I'm not trying to do that. I did that enough in Ohio. I'm not trying to come out here and do the same. But yeah, man, like the weather, like the winters are very similar. Obviously, it's colder out here because this is Sweden and we're in Scandinavia, and all of these countries are very similar in that
How about
aspect.
the basketball, though? That's not similar. I know that.
Come on, man. Nah, it's not similar, man. Like it's basketball's different everywhere, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
Um,
But don't the NBA like have different rules from the league in Sweden?
oh yeah, I mean,
For example, they have 12 minutes a quarter, right?
yeah.
And here it's a 10 minutes.
Yeah. So I mean, every league is different. Every
Yeah.
league across, you know what I mean. Like Europe is completely different. Like the ones that you'll find closer to the NBA are like leagues that you can find out there in like top league, Turkey, Russia, you know, Japan, China, like those leagues, like China especially.
Spain.
You know, there's big money. Yeah, Spain's a good league, Leb Gold and all that. But yeah, I mean, it's different. Like we only play 10 minutes, they play 12. Just, you know, to name something easy. You know, their court is slightly bigger. I think it's wider. So like ours is, well, in feet, it's like 50 feet. I'm not sure how long that is in meters. It's somewhere in the realm of, I want to say 15, somewhere like something like it's.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, man. My metric system.
Yeah.
Speaking of the metric system, real quick, man. The U.S. is dumb for measuring in feet when the only place in the world that measures in feet and doesn't use the actual metric system, like with meters and centimeters and all that.
How
like,
about the weight, like kilograms and shit like that? Because y'all use
we use pounds.
That
Use
gotta
pounds.
be
They don't use.
stupid, too.
I mean,
And
listen.
the only one in America who use kilograms is the drug dealers. They're the only one who use the kilograms and shit. They
right.
smarter than most of them in America.
Right, man. You know them kilos of coca be coming in, boy.
Exactly.
Say hello to my little friend.
Yeah. Nah, cause y'all use Fahrenheit too. That's
Yeah.
that's
Look,
just
the U.S. man,
different.
I don't even want to. Let's talk about this basketball shit real quick, because that's just a whole nother box, man, that we gonna open up and it's gonna turn into some other.
We'll take it later on.
Yeah.
We'll take that on.
We could talk,
One episode in the season is gonna be Fahrenheit versus Celsius.
Man, listen, yo, it's dumb. That's all I'm gonna say right now. It's dumb. Because I don't know. Yeah, we don't have to talk about that.
Yeah, of course not. What do you think? Like Sweden offers better than America does?
Healthcare.
Oh, definitely.
Healthcare, bro.
Yeah.
There's people dying in the States that can't afford their EpiPens. You know what I mean? Because it's they pay $1,000 to stay alive, and what they do is they can't afford as much as they need, so they ration it, and some of these people are dying in their sleep. I was reading about it the other day. Like, it's crazy. Like, healthcare, bro. Like, it's sad that people
You can't even afford to die.
Basically.
that's the craziest part. You can't afford to die.
Like, I mean, that's to be honest, that's the best way to put it, and it's shitty to even think about that, because I mean, for you, like, you've lived here your whole life, so you don't really understand exactly how it is.
We have it.
You know what I mean?
You know how we have it.
Yeah,
it's good. Like everything's free, damn near.
Yeah, because like you pay the certain amount of, you pay the certain percentage in taxes.
Yeah,
correct?
Exactly. You pay taxes, so everything is mostly free. How much does it cost to deliver a baby? Like if you're pregnant, I heard that costs a lot.
Yeah, so I'm gonna ask you the same question coming back to you, but like on average, I want to say it's anywhere between like $15,000 and $20,000.
$20,000. That means from 150,000 crowns.
One child, bro, in the States.
One child.
So like you paying the anesthesias you paying for the pain meds, you paying for all the doctors, you paying for whatever utensil, you paying right down to the motherfucking scissors they use to cut the umbilical cord.
Damn. Let me tell you. Let me tell you shit. No. Let me over exaggerate this way now. You know what we do here? Not only is it free, but you get $100 a month per baby. Sweden gives you $100 per month per baby. Hey, till they get 18, and when they 18, they get $100 for themselves a month. No. Is it 18 or a little bit younger? I think it's like
so,
they get
so
from school. Like, so as long as you're in school, you get like $100 a month.
So the government.
Free.
So answer me this. So the government has set it up to where they're paying you. Obviously, it's a minimum amount of money, and you can't necessarily live off of that.
But you can feed them.
But you can. It's enough to have like the essential things. You know what I mean, like food and clothing and stuff like that.
Exactly. Like $100 per kid. If you got 4 kids, that's $400.
How much time does the mother and father get off after having a baby?
Damn, I don't know exactly, but I know it's a lot.
Okay, because I thought that I had heard before when I was here that it was something like the mother gets a year,
something like that,
and the father gets 6 months, or like what they split.
I don't know exactly.
Or they split time. You know what I mean?
Nah, she gets 1 year and he gets some. I don't know how much.
Yeah,
but he can give it to her if they want.
All right, now, okay. Now, real quick before I ask you the next question, man, listen. When my first niece was born, I remember her mother going to work like 2 months, maybe 3 months after, bro.
Damn.
It might have been a little bit longer, due to like medical leave and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But out here, how much percentage do you get paid? Because when they're off work like that, like the reason why they have to go back to work is because they're not getting paid.
Yeah.
Like, so, I mean, do you know the percentage of what they get?
I think it's 80%.
What?
If I'm not 100% mistaken, but
time out. What?
I mean, it's
80%, bro.
Yeah. How much do they get in America?
I don't even know. I mean,
I ain't never had a kid or nothing like that, so I don't know.
Sure?
But
anything you want to tell us, man? Look, go ahead, man. Look, air it out. This is certified. Air it out, baby.
I ain't not yet, not yet. But I don't know.
Telling your wife.
Nah. Yeah, we definitely cutting this shit out. y'all can listen to this shit if y'all find it out, but we definitely cutting this shit out.
See, look. When he don't want it, wait till it comes to some shit about me. Wait.
Yeah, when of y'all know shit about him, we gonna have because we certified.
Oh yeah.
We certified with a big C, Chris, not with a big F.
Wow.
Exactly.
Wow.
Nah, so that's.
But for real, 80% though, bro.
80%.
Like, that's wild. Like, think about this, man. If people could adapt to just being able to have like just these smaller essential things. I'm not saying you got to give people 80% in the States, because the problem with people in the U.S. is that they abuse power and they abuse anything. And obviously, look, I'm talking like.
But we ain't never got no stimulus check though for Corona. Y'all got that?
But y'all didn't have to, because y'all was still getting.
Yeah, everything was open here.
How much? I mean, because y'all want to do that herd method shit. I was still here when that shit happened, bro. I was living in Stockholm.
Oh, you was?
Yeah.
You was in Stockholm with that?
I was living in Stockholm when that shit happened.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
so I just left Bahrain when Corona hit.
Oh, yeah.
Because
I
almost didn't get out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was crazy, because but
you lived in those countries that's been like close by to war, like. You lived in Bahrain and
I was in
Palestine.
Bahrain. See, Bahrain wasn't bad though. Bahrain was probably the most easy going like Middle Eastern country, because it was split down the middle. Like, obviously there was some, they did have the religious side, and then they also had the liberal side. And they went back, like, they butted heads, but you never seen anything being forced one way or the other. People would look at you sideways, like. At the time, like when I was with my ex, like we were out there and like they would look at her, obviously because she was just gorgeous, but she wasn't dressed in any kind of way, like anything provocative or nothing like that.
Of course.
But they would just look, because obviously she's different, because but you would walk down the street, you would see women with the hijab on and and everything, and then you would see them in jeans, pants, like people working, just like regular. But like I said, the good thing about it was they wouldn't stop you and be like, oh no, you can't do this. Like, Bahrain was a melting pot of people. When I was out there, man, I ran into Russian people. I ran into British people. I ran into Irish, Irish people.
There's a lot of people.
Like, I ran into all kinds of nationalities, which was dope because, you don't necessarily get to do that in a lot of countries. But where I was living was right next to the naval base, like an American Navy base. So that was dope too.
So you were next to home.
I mean, I didn't really go over there, man. I should have went and dabbled, but
definitely.
You know what I mean? Like, I got everything that I needed from everywhere else.
Of course.
So
that would have been nice of you if you would have went there.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm mad I didn't check it out, but then again, it's just like.
Did you ever like encounter or hear or like any war stuff down there when you was in the Middle East?
When I was in Israel, man, I was there. So I signed a 2-year deal out there. And when I signed that deal, I was hyped. You know what I mean? Like, this would be my 8th year.
Was it after Burroughs?
Yeah, this was 2-3 years removed after Burroughs.
Okay.
So after I left Burroughs, I went to France for 3 years.
You like it in France?
Yeah, France was dope. France was really dope, bro. Like, country-wise, hoop-wise,
yeah,
great
people?
great league. People are cool, man. They're just a little arrogant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they're just, look,
they're a little baguette.
Yeah. it's just like, it's very similar to a lot of countries. They want to keep their country, their country in a way.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Which is not a bad thing.
I've heard that shit my whole life.
It's not a bad thing, you know what I mean?
Hey, listen, I've heard that shit my whole life.
Oh, come on, bro. You knew where I grew up, man. We're talking about the bridge of the gap.
We want to keep Sweden. I've heard that a lot.
Yo, at some point.
They tell us to go home.
At some point, I feel like every country's done or said something similar to that.
Yeah.
Or like it's frowned upon, which is, again, it's not that big of a deal but if you take it too far, then that's too much.
I mean, let people live here who want to live.
Yeah, facts. You don't
have to overdo it.
Absolutely.
If he want to live here, let him live here.
Yeah, bro.
Like for me, for example, I don't know if I told you this before, but I'm born here. So even if you want me to
go, man, you ain't tell me that.
Yeah.
Yo, big ass.
So if you want me to go somewhere, where the fuck should I go? Because I was born here. Like, you can't tell me to go go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like,
go back home. Shit, I'm here. What you mean? I'm home.
Go back home?
What are you talking about?
So go back home? Nah, I'm waiting for my food. What you mean go back home? You can't tell me to go back home.
You can't tell me.
I'm waiting for my food.
Yeah, man.
Nah, I'm gonna go home when I'm done eating.
Trust me, I've dealt with the same. I was a black man growing up in America.
So you've dealt, but
come on, I mean, like
the things y'all dealt with gotta be a lot.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously the things that
because here is like
black Americans have dealt with is way different.
Swedish people love
what's going on.
They love us, but I mean, it's a little bit like they all got that percentage of people that just don't want to accept that anybody else is here. They just want to eat potatoes and salad, nothing else.
Cooked potatoes.
Cooked potatoes.
Listen, man, just stay away from the seal. The seal is the nastiest shit I've ever smelled around here. But nah, like, I mean, obviously it's real. It's really like every country, like I said, it's been like that. Like, we want to keep this, ours. Yeah. But it's like,
but you can't
living in harmony is.
Listen, you can't keep it. I want people who listen to us to know that you can't keep it yours, because it's not yours. It's everybody's. It's for the human people. You can't keep it you. You can't say I don't want black people here. You can't say I don't want Muslims here. You can't say I don't want Christians here, because it's not you who decides who's gonna be here. You can't say, oh, I just want Christians here. No,
yo, this 100% right. Like,
you just can't do that. And it's like for you, if they in America tell you, hey, go home, man, listen, you're gonna say, hey, listen.
Do you know how many times I heard go back to Africa? You know how many times I heard that? And listen, and these people are just ill-educated, bro. I'm not from Africa.
Yeah, exactly. That's the worst part.
Now, could generations back, for sure. My ancestors, for sure.
Yeah,
definitely came. But my last name's McKnight. So along the lines, man, I don't know for sure, which I still got to do that 23andMe. So one of these episodes, man, we going to have to do that, you know what I mean? See where the ancestry come from, right? I think that'd be dope.
I'm gonna check that too.
Yeah.
But I'm Albanian.
I know that you are. But like for me, I'm gonna be
like
curious.
It's in my heart that I'm Albanian too. Right. That shit ain't gonna change.
Yeah, you one ugly motherfucker. I can see that.
Hey, listen.
You Albanians don't hear that well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just playing. Nah, forgive me. Look, I love my Albanian brothers and sisters. Trust. It's all love.
You do, because you've been meeting my family and you've been talking to them. And I had to speak for you though, because you wouldn't understand what they were saying. But
man.
We're gonna have you learn Albanian too.
For sure, man. Look, I learned a little something, man. Look, I gotta get this Swedish down first.
Yeah.
Let me get this Swedish down, man. I'm gonna get in these classes and all that. You feel me?
What do you know, like in Swedish? Like, do you know how to say hi? How are you?
Hey, how do?
Hey, hur mår du? Yeah. That sounds good.
Oh.
That sounds good. Oh, faktiskt. Ja, bra. What do you know more? Do you know any swear words or nothing like that?
Helvete. Shit.
Helvete. That's more Swedish of it, because like we
that is the craziest shit I'd ever heard when I came out here.
Helvete. Helvete, Chris. You say that too?
I used to hear that all the time in practice.
That's
I'm
crazy.
Like, yo, what?
Nah, yeah.
Fy fan.
I'm
like, what?
Hey, you know how many shit you can say fy fan to?
The fan? Is that what y'all say? Is that what y'all talking about? Like, yo,
hey,
listen, what goes
you know
on
fy fan? You know what that means, fy fan? Like, damn.
Yeah.
You know how many shit you can say fy fan to? Like, you can say, fy fan.
Yeah,
that's positive. Fy fan.
Yeah,
now you mad? Hey, so that's why when people text me fy fan, I was like, what you mean fy fan? Are we beefing or are you happy or what's going on?
Yeah, so like there's different ways that you can
definitely.
You can say I mean it's just like saying damn.
Yeah.
In the States, like
you can say that.
Like,
damn.
Like damn. Like I see you with the watch on, player. Yeah. Man,
damn.
like
you
damn.
Said
it's like that. Yeah, bro.
That's how you feel?
There's so many different ways you can do it. I mean, and that's the good thing about like Swedish and the States, because you got to think like there's so much similarities with it, which is why it continues to boggle my mind why we I'm not even going to say we, but why the U.S. has not adapted to some of these more like humanitarian side
of course
side pieces, like with the government and like just healthcare and like access to schooling and stuff like that. It's just now getting to the point, and Biden is like erasing debt, like college debt. Like he's starting this plan to do so, and people are in uproar about it. But man, when I came out here and I heard that like what you go to school for free here, right? Because you're in school right now, correct?
Yeah, it's for free.
Yeah, so like
it's not for free.
Not for free,
they
but
give us money.
Yeah, like they give you bread because they know it's going to be filtered back
exactly.
into the system.
So we get for free. We get $200 to $300.
Okay.
For free, and if you want, you can get a loan.
Yeah.
But that loan is like you can pay whatever. They set up a plan, an easy plan. I think you can pay like $80 a month for it.
But that's love,
and
though, bro.
they give you like $1,000 a month.
But listen, so because my whole thing was like, you really gonna charge me to learn?
Right.
Because I'm learning something to further the economy.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I think Sweden have some private schools that you gotta pay.
Yeah.
Like if you want
I'm
want to
sure it's
get
the
a
same thing in the
license
States,
in it,
too.
if you want to get like be a lawyer or be a house broker or something like that, you know.
But like so what is the average years of school that like people would go out here? Because like in the States, like for college, the average is like 4 years. I mean, or you go like 2-year programs or whatever, or then there's like 6-year programs.
So we got 2 years program. That 2 years program is not as big, and then we got 3 years is like the regular part, and then the doctors and shit like that get like 5 years or 6 years.
Okay.
I don't know how much they get.
Okay.
It all depends on what you choose.
Because I was just curious because, man, like,
But mostly everyone I've talked to have always said, 3
right,
years.
3 years. See, I mean, and again, I don't use anything that I learned in college. Real talk. Like obviously, like the degree. The degree is great because I was a communications major. So like being in here doing all this stuff, like I know the soundboards and radio and stuff like that. Like all that stuff's easy. And I mean, I've been talking in front of people and talking my whole life. I mean, being a basketball player, playing sports and stuff like that, you get interviewed and all that stuff. So it's stuff like this is cool. You feel me? But like for a lot of people, man. Having access to like that free, not necessarily free, but having access to, getting aid for school, because in the States, man, it was like if you didn't get a scholarship, you're paying anywhere from $40,000 to $70,000-$80,000 a year to go to school.
A year,
bro, a year. So look, think about this. I got 3 brothers.
That's a lot.
All 4 of us got scholarships. So had we not gotten them, let's just say for average, we all went to a 4-year college for $50,000. So that's each for 4 years. So that's $200,000 for each of us.
Yeah. So bro, how many were you?
It was 4.
4 of you.
Bro, that's $800,000 in college. Like in college, for like money to go to college. Like you mean to. Like, my parents would have been asked out, bro. Like, me and my brothers would have had to pay off that debt because, I mean, my father's not with me. God rest his soul. Pop, love you. And my mom still lived. Like, she would not be in the position that she's in now. Like, not at all. It's like retired, you know what I mean? Like, taking care of my nieces. Like, she wouldn't be in that position.
Hell no.
So, like.
$800,000.
$800,000, bro.
Sweden, you just start a company for $800,000. Start a big ass company.
You see the flaws in the system, and then people in the States are upset about it. Oh, so what do you say to those people? I read and I was watching some clips on IG and on Snap. Like, what about those people that paid all their debts off and worked their butts off to do this and And Biden was like, so what? Man, look, so what about those people that have had their, PPP loans paid off, that are all now government officials now, that have had over $800,000 in debt, like $1 million or $2 million. Like, what about them? Is it fair for them? You know what I mean? Like, is it fair for these people at the top of the tax bracket to not get taxed? Donald Trump not getting taxed for all the money that he's made? Like, come on, man. Like, it's like people in the U.S. are so quick to point their finger back in that Me Too shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, why can't things just be good for everybody?
Right.
Like, that's my whole thing. Like, why can't it be good for everybody?
And listen, Chris, this is what we are. This is what is being taught to our kids right now. That if he has some, I gotta have it too. Listen, it's being taught right now here in Sweden. I don't know about America, but I'm talking about here in Sweden, because Sweden has taken away. So you don't count goals, you don't count points, you don't count like who's the fastest of the kids. So let's say.
That's what you mean. So school wise.
Yeah, school wise, like kids. No. I'm talking about sports.
Oh.
I'm talking about sports.
Oh, so they've taken away
taken away soccer. They don't count the goals. Cause it'd be degrading to the other team that's losing.
Okay, but how are you teaching them real life shit then? Because
you're not teaching them real life shit.
Yeah, that's my question.
Because I worked as a swim coach.
Yeah.
And I worked as in the swimming team.
Yeah.
And for the younglings there, we don't count how fast they swim.
Okay, so then what is the goal of that? What's the goal of that?
Don't hurt their feelings. Because they're snowflakes. Like, we're raising everybody to be a snowflake. So as soon as he's 18 years old, life is going to kick him in the face. He's going to get a big ass kick from life. And then because in real life, when you go to work, if you don't sell, and if you don't make the workers money, if you don't make the money, you get kicked out of the job.
Yeah, and I think that's and to me, that's the only thing that, like, the U.S. will throw you in the fire off rip, which, again, it preps people for what the world is going to be. But you've got to get to the point where, at least when at the age that these kids can understand that, you know, like goals and stuff count like this. Like we won the game because we had more points.
Yeah, because we did better.
Or my time was like this. Okay, now next time I want to improve that. Like there has to be some, not even incentives, but there has to be some goals to be achieved. Because if not, like then you're going to go into the world thinking that this is how it is.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's
but
exactly
I also
what's
know
gonna
too.
happen.
Like Sweden's a country that likes to keep people like in this middle type of bracket. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
you don't necessarily have like the low class, you know, and you don't have like the high class. Like you don't like you have them, but it's very like vague. So like the middle bracket is the biggest, which again
is good.
Is good.
It's good because you don't have the low.
Creates balance, and there's not very many people that are at the bottom of that can, you know, but you abuse the system in a way.
Keeping this like that mentality that it's the thought that counts. As long as you have fun,
which is fine.
It is fine, but you still gotta lose.
Yeah, man. You
gotta be taught how to lose because people lose.
Yeah, bro. Life is definitely not all about wins. And
you can't always win. It don't happen. Like, who's the best player in the basketball for you? Ever? Yeah.
I mean, for me, my personal opinion is Mike Jordan. And to be honest, it might be LeBron by the time he's done. To be honest,
but LeBron, Mike, all of them had to lose sometime.
Oh, at some point, yeah, of course,
yeah, right.
I mean,
Mike can't always win.
Mike early in his career didn't win. Mike was losing early in his career, had injuries, and you know what I'm saying. But like played well.
You can't always win.
But you can't always get done. I mean, again, like I like the idea of what they want to teach, but it's just not right. Like it's not how life is. It's not how the world is going to treat them, man.
For the ugly truth.
Yeah.
The ugly truth is, if you don't do good, you ain't cutting the team. You ain't being there. This is like that.
Hey, listen to all you out there too, man. Understand, like this life shit ain't easy. Growing up is hard.
it ain't easy being cheesy.
Hey, listen, it ain't easy being breezy.
Hey, it ain't easy unless your name is Chris McKnight, because then you just play basketball.
Man,
and
listen,
have money.
don't do that, man. Look, this shit is not easy, bro. Listen, because understand, like as a hooper, like an American hooper coming over here, I don't have a retirement plan. My job,
that's true.
My job doesn't give me a retirement plan. I don't have no 401. I didn't have a 401k when I started this. No. Like it's not like the club's going to set up a retirement plan for me. Like they don't do that. So a lot of guys in my situation. And other you know players that I've met, like we've gotten to the point where, for me it was easy enough because I had people that guided me, you know, to set up you know, like a retirement account, like a Roth IRA, you know what I'm saying, and things that I can filter my money in myself. I mean, because I started one when I first started playing, and I couldn't touch it for 10 years. Man, when I first started, like I was just filtering, you know, money into it every month out of my checks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Couldn't touch it for 10 years. So I mean, like I've been able to set myself up, you know, pretty good.
Of course.
You know what I mean? But like there's a lot of guys that don't do that and squander their bread. And there's a lot of guys in the NBA that don't do that and squander their bread.
Okay, since we're talking about basketball guys that come overseas, to the guys who haven't come overseas yet, because every season is always a rookie who's coming overseas. What is your advice to them, like when they come here? What do's and don't?
I would say the biggest thing that I would tell anybody coming over here.
It don't have to be Sweden per se, like just going overseas.
I mean anywhere you have to be adaptable, and you have to respect the cultures, because what happens a lot of times is, you know, guys come over here and they're thinking they can do exactly what they were doing in the U.S. and it's not like that. So you have to, you know, obey the laws of the land. You have to be able to adapt to anything. Like this gets lonely out here too.
Yeah.
Make sure you got a good support system. Make sure that you got people around you that are going to tell you the truth. Make sure that you got people around you that will help you save money, that will help you get on the right track to make sure that you can have a form of longevity after this. Because understand, like for us, I mean, like the money's tax-free in most places.
Yeah.
Like just recently, I want to say, it's 2000, we're in 22, so at the turn of 2018 and 19 in France, like that's when they started switching it to take the money right out of the checks or the taxes right out of the checks over there. So it's changed in certain places, but when you go there, you have to be knowledgeable of what goes down there. And that was one thing that I didn't do when I first came out here to Sweden. Yeah, like I read up on some things and I heard some stuff and people told me this, that, and the third, but one of the biggest things I heard was, man, look, watch out for the Swedish women.
That's the advice they had. Watch out for them.
That was not watch out for them, but it's like, hey man, like, hey. Be careful, like, and not, it wasn't in a bad way, because
in a positive way.
I mean, yeah, like
understand.
Swedish women are beautiful, like they really are. You know what I mean? So like it was just saying like, not to watch out because they're gonna get you type stuff, but you know what I mean. But it's like in a good way, joking way or whatever.
Yeah,
but
of course.
Yeah, man, like so it comes down to like being adaptable, man. Like I said, keeping good people around you and understanding that you're in a foreign country because your dogs ain't here with you.
Yeah.
Your boys ain't here with you.
Exactly.
You don't know the sheriff. You don't know the policeman. You don't know.
This ain't your home turf.
You don't know the security guard.
Yeah.
There's different places and people.
This ain't your
who
home turf.
Who have
easily.
Who have established the same things that you have
over there
here in their homeland or their home country. Like that's how it go.
Yeah.
So you got to be able to respect that. And I'm not saying walk out here and be a bitch like unless somebody punk you or none of that. Nah.
Of course.
I'm not saying any
stand
of
up
that.
for yourself.
Yeah. You got to be able to do that, but
you don't
be
have to go
understanding. Like
you have to think about what you do.
That you can get thrown in jail.
Definitely.
Like you can get thrown in jail.
Definitely.
Trust. You know what I'm saying? Like they won't play. Like you can't be out here, like especially here in Sweden, can't be out here drinking and driving after one brew.
No.
After having one beer, like I mean, look, hey, I'm not saying I learned that the hard way, but that was one of the, I remember being, or actually going to get behind the wheel and people were like, yo, what are you doing? I'm like, yo, I had one beer. They're like, no, man, you can't do that.
Yeah, because what is the, like you got, how much is it okay to have
in the States, I believe
0.8,
it's like
8 or whatever.
It's like 0. I think it's around 0.8.
Because I don't know. I really don't even know how much
I
they have here.
I can't even remember.
I don't drink.
Yeah.
So I really don't know. But I think it's 0.2 here. 0.2.
I mean, which is half a beer.
Yeah.
Which
is good though, because you don't get them.
It is good because, like, so what is the rate of deaths like behind drunk driving here?
I really don't know. It's not talked about.
We'll have to look up that. We'll have to look up that statistic because that's something to, because like we'll have to compare that to what it is in the States because people always get behind the wheel in the States.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying?
Definitely higher.
Yeah, it's definitely higher in the States. I just want to see. I want to see the difference. The difference because I'm sure it's a big ass gap, right?
Hey, Chris, I wanted to ask you: have you heard about a guy named Andrew Tate?
Yeah. I heard about the British dude, right?
Nah, he lived in Britain.
Oh, okay, he lived in
because he's Romanian, I think.
Ah, okay.
But this dude has taken over the internet fully. He's taking over TikTok.
Yeah.
He's taking over Instagram. He's everywhere.
I've seen a couple. I mean, I've seen some things about him.
The bald guy,
bald dude with the shades. Yeah, man. He on there talking about females should be doing this and that.
He's talking about whatever he's talking about. He probably knows what he's talking. He knows what he want to talk about. Fuck that. What I want to talk about is they recently banned him.
For real?
From TikTok, from Instagram, from Facebook, from YouTube, from fucking settings on iPhone.
Yo.
He can't even get into that. He can't even go into that settings.
So they banned him from all social media outlets.
They banned him from TikTok, and he hasn't even an account there.
What did he do? I mean, like I heard about some of this, but I don't know the reasons why. Like, why did he?
They don't give a reason. You know what the reason is? Is he's so big. He's so influential now. He's taking over.
Okay.
Everybody's listening to him.
Okay.
We can't have that. We can't have him talking like this. Let's ban him. What's the reason for the ban? Don't nobody know the reason for the ban.
Come on, man. You know the reason for the ban.
Yeah.
You know the reason for the ban.
He's
look,
too influential. He got
about
too
it.
much to say.
Think about it.
He's rich as fuck.
Think about it. Go ahead.
He got too much to say.
Yeah. Because when people have too much to say or they're too knowledgeable, they need to be silenced.
Exactly. And that's
I mean,
so
I'm not saying for
crazy.
me, but like that's how these government and outlets.
That's how it works.
Yeah, that's how it is.
If
you get too powerful,
if you too powerful, if you
too
talk,
powerful.
if they think that you can talk too much,
Man, that's crazy.
we are banning him. Hey, if Andrew Tate ever listened to our podcast, he ever listened to this,
man, look, Tate, you come over here and speak with us, bro.
Come over here,
you
we'll
come
let
at
you
us,
speak
Tate,
whatever you want.
You can talk, but look, don't get us banned though.
Yeah, don't get us banned already on the first episode.
You can say whatever you want, bro. Like
exactly.
But it's crazy to think about though, man. Like for real.
And you know what the worst part is? The streamers and Twitchers and people who have podcasts.
Yeah.
They are tweeting like, "Thank God that he got banned." Like, why? Are you afraid?
Well, look, they're doing that because he's getting all the attention.
He is.
Why not create content?
What are you afraid of, though?
They're afraid because he's authentically himself. From what I've seen,
if you're so good at podcasting or twitching or streaming or whatever, what are you so afraid of?
Well, man, look, they're afraid of losing money. Number one, because now all these social media outlets, man, you getting bread. Think about it, man.
You're afraid of him showing other people that you're not the truth. You're not that guy. You're not that pal.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, bro. Again, when somebody creates a platform for themselves and it gets to the point where it's too big, somebody somewhere will have an issue with it. Think about it. Like, this isn't the first time this has happened.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Not.
Like,
of course
like
not.
Think about other influential people that they've tried to silence. Like they've tried to silence, they tried to silence Kanye. I mean, obviously he has some other issues, but
of course.
They've tried to silence a whole bunch of people. But what they do is, in return, they're gonna filter you the people that they think or that their agenda lines up with. And that's the fucked up part about it, because man, like, why not let people decide for themselves?
Let me listen to what I want to listen to.
I mean,
I don't mean that I necessarily want to listen to Andrew Tate.
He's entertainment. Or believe in, like, you know, what he believes in. It could be, obviously, because it's his opinion and it's what he has thought of. But I mean,
to say what he wants.
Listen, of course, right? I mean, listen, there's freedom of speech everywhere, right?
As we have the right to say what we want, yeah. But not in Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, because you get banned if you talk whatever you want to talk.
But in the States, man, you can say whatever the hell you want and not get penalized for it. Remember that, which is trash.
Is that true? You can say whatever you want?
If you're white.
Is that true? Oh, yeah.
If you're white.
Yeah, so if you're white, you can say.
I mean, yeah, and I don't mean to, like, there's no disrespect in that. That is straight factual information.
That is the fact.
You can't tell me that Donald Trump, a president, bro, a president. Now, listen, he did say this when he was not in office, but grab her by the pussy? My guy. They scrutinized Barack Obama for wearing a tan suit.
Hey. They
wearing a tan suit.
They was mad at Obama for fixing healthcare. He tried to fix healthcare. It's Obama's fault.
Listen, man, everything is everybody's fault. Again, when they get somebody in a position of power that they can manipulate and they have their own agenda for, it's easy for them to let that rock.
Let me tell you about this, Dan. You probably already heard of it, but I just want to shine the lights on this.
Yeah.
It's a guy here in Sweden. He's from Denmark. He's up in politics, like he's a politician.
Yeah.
He goes around in city to city and burns the Quran, the holy scripture for Muslims.
Yeah.
He goes around and burns it because he want to make a statement.
I don't understand the statement that he's trying to make.
Don't know, but hey, Nobody understand the words that are coming out of his mouth.
You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Because he's from Denmark too, so when he speaks like that, don't nobody understand the words that are coming out of your mouth.
Wait a second.
But he just want to show hate.
But wait, so why? Well, listen.
And you know what he said?
He's Danish and he's a politician in Sweden?
I don't really know.
Who voted for this guy?
I don't know how he got
who's
here.
voting for this guy?
I don't even know if he's I just know he's a politician. I don't really know. But
listen, man, this certified. Don't be lying on here, cuz I'm gonna cut you.
Nah, we definitely not lying. Definitely not. Not about this.
Yeah, no.
The fact that he is allowed to do this is just fucked up.
Yeah, of course, bro.
Why? Why would he be allowed? Why are people saying it's freedom of speech to burn a holy scripture?
Bro, we was just in Gothenburg, and there was a dude trying to give people Bibles, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that what he was saying in Swedish?
Yeah, he had free Bibles on his shirt. Like, grab a Bible. That was no problem. On the other side, he want to burn a scripture.
Yeah.
Come on. For what? Why would you want to burn that scripture? I don't understand. That scripture ain't for you. You know, if you don't want to read it, don't read it.
Absolutely, man. Like
on the other side,
if something doesn't appeal to you, you don't have to read it or listen to it.
On the dumb side, because he want to be downgrading Muslim. He want to be like against them. On the other side, on the dumb side, he goes and buy a Quran from a Muslim guy. So he pays the money to a Muslim guy. So the Muslim guy is like, whoever he buys the Quran from, because he got to buy a Quran for every city he goes to and burns. So he's giving money to the Muslim community, man. So on the other side, we gotta thank you for giving us money.
He's going and buying.
He ain't printing them himself.
He's going and buying Qurans from Muslim people in these cities and then burning them after.
Like
he pays for
I don't know where he buys them, but that money goes to the Muslim community.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if he's buying them, yeah. I mean,
he can't get them for free because how would he get them? He's over here putting money in the Muslim community, man.
That's just some weird shit.
Thank you for making us more richer and more money, giving us more money.
But, I mean, it's crazy. But the problem, like, who's allowing this man to do this? Like, the government here is allowing him to do that.
Yeah,
like, it's just weird.
He's not just allowed to do it. He gets protection. The police is protecting him. They put
freedom of speech, right?
They put barriers and they protect him.
Okay, so explain to me. So what then what is the freedom of speech here? Because I want to understand, because it sounds like it's very similar to how the U.S.'s freedom of speech is.
I don't understand. I don't understand. The freedom of speech is you can say whatever you want, as long as you don't downgrade a race.
That's here?
Yeah. A race. It is religion. And a group of people.
But isn't that what he's doing by burning the Quran?
Apparently not, because it's just a book.
So basically what you're telling me is this guy's going around burning Qurans and is claiming it's freedom of speech, but is burning a meaningful piece of a religion that he doesn't understand.
Yeah.
And doesn't necessarily care for.
Yeah.
But he wants Muslims to leave.
Yeah, he wants them to leave. He don't like them. He wants to show the people how aggressive and animal they are.
But
that's why he's doing like that.
But he's Danish.
Listen, you know the worst part is, Chris.
This whole shit sounds like a clusterfuck, bro.
What?
What is going on?
He went to a city here in Sweden. He did this shit.
Yeah.
So he's always going to the neighborhoods who got most Muslim people in them. And he don't do it.
Is that where he's burning these books?
Yeah.
He's burning the books in their own community?
Yes. And the police is putting barriers around so nobody can do nothing to him. So you know what happened to one of that city?
This makes no sense.
They rioted. They burned police cars. They did all that. They did a big ass riot.
As they should.
Why, as a government, why as a country would you let him make a riot and destroy police cars? Just fucking throw him out. Don't let him come from Denmark. He comes to Sweden.
Yeah.
He makes a riot. The police cars get burned up. I mean, it's wrong for them to make a riot too, but
two wrongs don't make a right. That's absolutely 100%.
But why would you let that happen though? freedom of speech. It's not freedom of speech no more if it disturbs the peace.
True. I can agree.
Because you're gonna disturb the peace. A riot, don't nobody want to riot in the city.
Yeah.
So why would you let that if you know that's a possibility of happening?
But the problem the problem is that the people that allow these things to go on don't understand the repercussions, because it's very similar to Trump.
You know the worst part is
you put a guy in office, bro. That I didn't mean to cut you off, but you put a guy in office that is openly racist.
I don't understand.
Now, listen, I say that, and he did do a lot for the black community, but he did it just to make it seem as though he was doing something with the people, like for the people. Like, come on, like it's very similar. Like what you explained to me is very similar to how they allowed him to, basically do whatever the hell he wanted to.
Chris, you know the worst part is, you know how many police are Muslims here in Sweden?
I've seen a lot.
They're not from Sweden. Like originally, they're police here. They have to protect him because it's their duty. Why would you do that?
Okay, so answer me this:
why would you put your policeman safety?
If you were a policeman,
risk.
if you were a foreigner from here, and this was happening, and maybe not necessarily, maybe you weren't necessarily like in the religion, but like you still respected it enough because this is where you came from.
Yeah.
Would you be able to protect him? Would you be able to be out there? Like, was that something that you would like your value? Like, would your moral and your boundaries allow you to do that?
The thing is, listen. I would do what my jobs require me to do.
Okay.
Because I'm a Muslim.
Gotcha.
You know that.
Mm-hmm.
You know that. I'm a religious Muslim, and I pray.
Yeah, that's why I worded it that way.
Exactly. Yeah. So me, I would do my job.
Yeah. I
would definitely, because that's what it said to us to do. And I would have complained to whoever is in charge.
Yeah.
That I definitely don't want to do this because I don't want. But on the other side, I would not let him ruin the society we have here in Sweden over some dumb shit he want to do.
Yeah.
I would not let him ruin it. So in that way, I would have to do my job and protect him.
Yeah,
because I don't want that riot. I don't want to ruin that shit. But I would go above and beyond to let it be heard.
Right,
to the one who is in charge. This is not what we want to do.
Bullshit. Yeah, for sure, man.
We don't want to do this.
Yeah. No, I get it, man.
And why are you letting him do this?
Listen, bro, because again, this
on the other side, why do we?
There's another agenda from all this. Yeah, because
Chris, why do the police have to protect him? Now, I'm not saying why the police are doing it. I'm saying why do they have to do it? Or Chris, if me and you want to go and burn something in the middle of the city,
I'm sure there's some of these cops.
Would they make barriers for us?
No, hell no. But I'm sure there's some of these cops that agree with him and want to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? But again, hey, it's one of those things, man, that's out of our control because people in power.
It is.
People in power have access to things that we don't have access to.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
Because as long as you got that money, that moolah, that dollar.
Chris, he came to Bros, the city we're living in currently.
That's what it's all about, fucking money.
Listen, he came to Bros. I was on my way to Gothenburg when he came to Bros.
Yeah.
It was over 40 cars, big police cars filled with police on their way to Bros. You know how many tax money has gone to paying them that police? To that barrier, you know how much money has gone for the burnt cars and the riot? Yeah. Why are y'all letting him do this to the society? It costs the government.
Come on, man.
It brings hate to people.
Talk to him.
And you know what the worst part is? He came to Bros. The second time he came, nobody showed up. Because you know when the second time he came was when you was here in May. We was in the city. He was there. He was there doing that shit.
He was here when I was back here, man.
Yeah, and we ain't heard about it. You know why? Because people don't want to hear about him no more. Fuck him. You know?
Hold on. All right.
Why would I care about him?
Has this following, like, do people still believe in what he's doing? Like, or does he still?
He doesn't get a following. You know what he gets? It's not the following. He gets the angry guys, the angry mob who comes to like yell at him.
Yeah.
But so the first, you know what the Bros police did? That was so nice. The Bros police told him the first time he wanted to come, they said, you're not allowed to come here because we won't protect you. Because what you doing, we're not liking that. The Bros police did that.
Yo, the Bros police did that?
The Bros police
Nah,
did
my
that.
G, I didn't know that.
So
That's
the Bros
crazy.
police showed up.
That's
and then
is.
after a month, I don't know how he got it. And then they set up a rig and helped him. But the first time, they didn't let him. But he said, you know what he said on his Instagram?
Told to do that shit. They probably told him.
They probably got overruled.
Man, look, y'all gotta do this. And if you don't want to, you could lose your job.
So listen at
shit.
this. He puts out on his Instagram, I'm coming anyways, even if the police not protecting me. To Norby. You know Norby? To Norby. So you know what? Some of the police, some police come out there just
bold,
just
man.
so.
I give him that. This motherfucker's
He ain't
bold.
come though.
Oh, he didn't pull up?
No, that was just to make a riot, to make people go out and like. He was never even there.
Oh, okay.
So the police was there, and you know what Norby did? And I want this be shown because this clip I'm gonna show everybody. Norby came out with roses and gave to the police. They came out with roses, bro.
Those animals, how dare they do this?
Right?
Those animals. Listen,
you feel
man.
me?
Listen,
they came out with roses. They showed love. They gave roses to the police.
Nah, man. Yo, these people.
They came out with fika.
These are bad people, man. I don't know what you're talking about. You sure they did this? You sure? Come on, man.
That's what people want to hear. But have you heard about this? Don't nobody want to hear about. They gave out roses though.
Nah.
They showed love. That's what kind of community we have.
It's a shame, bro. It's a shame. It's a shame that, like, first off, it's a shame that it happened, that happened, and that they're allowing this guy to do this.
It's a big shame.
But, obviously things like this happen in a lot of places. And it's a lot worse in a lot of places. And it's bad, man. Like, you know what I mean? But, yo, man, enough about all this sad,
you know what I'm saying? Like, we've been talking for a minute now. We've been talking for a minute, and we gotta end the podcast here, but... So listen.
Well, look, we gonna end on a brighter note, man. Look, real quick, man. You brought the sourness. I heard the anger in your voice.
Yeah, I just had to open people's eyes.
No. I ain't mad at that. Because people gotta know, man.
On a good note, though. Yeah. On a good note, the good note was the roses. Like they came with roses. Yeah, so, man. but to keep on talking about the podcast, everybody who's listening right now and tuning in. We're gonna have some.
We're gonna have a whole bunch of people.
We're gonna have a bunch of people here.
We're gonna have the giveaways.
We're gonna have giveaways. We're gonna have artists, famous raffles, people who's gonna come. But right now, what we want you to do is go into our Instagram, go into our TikTok, and follow us. Because we right now gonna put out giveaways. One of them giveaways probably gonna be.
Yeah, man, it's probably gonna be like, jersey or something, a Bros Basket T-shirt. You know what I mean? Y'all come to the games.
Come to the game and meet Chris.
If y'all lucky, I might be able to get, get your little tickets or something. You feel me? Like we might be able to work something out. We'll see.
You will know more. You will know more in the Instagram giveaway account. So man, y'all have to go in, follow, and y'all go win.
This is Certified Podcast,
and we gonna call the winner on the podcast. While we filming the podcast, we gonna call the winner, show you who won.
Yeah, we gonna show you who won.
And then we're gonna film when you get to come to the team to meet Chris.
Listen, man, this ain't about me, but you get to meet me.
Yeah, you get to meet Chris. You get to meet me too.
Man, look, man.
Shit.
For ain't nobody want to meet you, man. Nah, man.
Hey, a lot of people want to meet me, bro.
Listen,
I'm funny.
Hey, you the mayor of Barros. This is what I'm talking about. Look, listen, everywhere we go, somebody knows you.
No.
Yes.
I don't believe that.
Yes.
Don't nobody know.
I've seen it with my own eyes, bro. What you trying to tell me? See, look, y'all, this is what he do. He tries to put it all on me. A lot.
That's the famous guy. I'm just sponging off.
Listen, at least he's honest, right? At least he told the truth.
That is certified.
And I'm sure that's going to stay on. That can stay on here, right?
Nah, we couldn't.
Oh yeah, we will cut it.
Cut.
Yeah, look, no.
Cut it. Cut it, man. You still recording?
Well, look, man. Hey, we appreciate y'all listening to us, yo. Like, hey, this first episode. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed. We would love to hear y'all feedback too, man. So hit the pages, hit the TikTok,
DM us,
hit the IG,
hit the comments, the TikTok. You know what I'm tell us what you like, tell us what you didn't like.
Yeah.
And if you didn't like us, we still love y'all.
For sure, man. Look, because this is all about love. Look, you don't rock with us. You don't rock with us. It's no hard feelings, man. We gonna keep doing what we doing. Maybe you'll come back.
Yeah.
Tell your friends about us.
Exactly.
Tell your friends about us.
Yes. So with that note, we will say
peace. We out, man. Much love.
Much love. How the fuck you turn off this shit?